My buddy runs the service drive at a Lexus dealer, and last week he called me half annoyed, half laughing. "We can't move these things," he said. He was talking about a row of luxury SUVs parked out back, clean, low miles, engines that'll run past 250,000, and buyers keep walking right past them towards some 3-year-old German lease return that'll be back in a shop by Christmas. After 22 years under the hood, I've learned the cruelest joke in this business. The most bulletproof luxury SUVs depreciate the hardest because people pay for badges, not engineering. Today I'm handing you 8 of them, all under $25,000 that I'd put my own family in. Number 1, I've owned twice. Let's count it down. Number 8, Buick Enclave. I'll start with the one that makes people laugh until they look at the build sheet. The second generation Enclave, 2018 and up, is a near luxury 3-row that quietly steals the Cadillac XT6's whole platform and undercuts it by 10 grand used. A regular customer of mine, a retired teacher who drives her grandkids everywhere, came in last spring convinced she needed a new Highlander she couldn't really afford. I asked her budget, $22,000. I pointed her at a 2019 Enclave Essence with 61,000 miles for $21,000. She test drove it and called it the quietest car I've ever sat in. That's not an accident. Buick obsesses over what they call quiet tuning with laminated glass, active noise cancellation, and triple door seals. Here's the part that matters to me as a mechanic. The second gen Enclave runs the 3.6-liter LGX 56. This is important because the older Buick 3.6, the LLT and early LFX, had timing chain stretch problems that scared people off the badge for a decade. GM fixed that with the LGX. It is a 310 horsepower, naturally aspirated V6 with a timing chain engineered to go the distance, bolted to a traditional 9-speed automatic. No turbos to cook, no dual clutch gamble, nearly 98 cubic feet of cargo room, and a V6 that pulls a small trailer without complaint. Owners back this up. The second gen Enclave pulls reliability scores north of 4.5 from the people who actually live with them. The catch, on lower trims, some basic driver assist safety gear was optional, so check the window sticker. For inspection, get under it and look for any weeping at the water pump and timing cover. Pull the transmission dipstick if it has one, or have the fluid checked, and make sure the power folding third row actually folds, because the motors can get lazy. Who buys it? Somebody who wants a hushed, roomy family hauler and refuses to pay Cadillac money for the same bones. Who skips it? If you need the absolute longest reliability track record, the Lexus and Acura further up this list have it beat. But for the money, the Enclave is a genuinely underrated luxury bargain, and it's only the warm-up. Number 7, Lincoln MKX and Nautilus. This next one is the most American kind of bargain, overbuilt, overlooked, and depreciating like it owes somebody money. The Lincoln MKX and its renamed 2019 twin, the Nautilus, is a mid-sized luxury crossover that drives like a rolling living room. Now, there's a fork in the road here, and I want you to take the right path. These came with 2 engines. The flashy one is the 2.7-liter twin turbo EcoBoost, strong, around 335 horsepower, genuinely quick. The sensible one is the 3.7-liter naturally aspirated V6. As a wrench, I'll tell you the 3.7 is the one I'd buy without hesitation. It's the same Cyclone 5.6 family Ford ran in F-150s and Mustangs for years. Chain driven, no turbos, dead simple, and it'll shrug off 200,000 miles. One Form owner I trust ran his 9 years, and his only non-maintenance failure was a leaking oil sending unit. That's it. The 2.7 EcoBoost is a good engine too, but the early ones built between roughly April 2016 and January 2017 had a cylinder head valve guide defect that burns oil, and turbos add complexity I'd rather a family car not have. If you go EcoBoost, get a later build and watch for blue smoke on a cold start. Pricing is where it gets fun. A loaded 2017 to 2018 MKX Reserve with leather, panoramic roof, and adaptive cruise lands in the $17,000 to $22,000 range with reasonable miles. Try buying a comparably equipped German crossover for that. You can't. Inspection. Checklist. Check the rear shocks, which can wear early. Have them scan for the battery drain gremlins these are known for. And on 16-way power seats, confirm there's no recall work outstanding on the seat wiring. Who's it for? Someone who values a silent, plush highway cruiser over badge. Who skips it? If you want sharp handling, this isn't it. It's a couch, and it's proud of that. Number 6, Infiniti QX70 FX37. Number 6 is the one I'd buy if I wanted to look like I spent 40 grand while spending $18,000. The Infiniti FX, renamed QX70 in its later years, is a swoopy, aggressive luxury SUV that's been forgotten by the market and is piling up on lots because nobody under 40 remembers Infiniti exists. Their loss. Under that dramatic hood is the VQ37 VHR, a 3.7-liter V6 making around 325 horsepower. If that engine sounds familiar, it should. It's the same engine family that powers the Nissan 370Z and the Infiniti G37. It's a screamer, it's been built by the millions, and critically, it is bolted to a traditional 7-speed automatic, not a continuously variable transmission. That distinction is the whole ballgame. A lot of Nissan and Infiniti products got saddled with continuously variable transmissions that owners learned to fear. The FX QX70 skips all of that with a proper torque converter automatic that holds up. I had a customer bring one in for a pre-purchase inspection, a 2016 QX70 with 78,000 miles, asking price $19,500. I put it on the lift expecting to find the usual neglected luxury horror show. Instead, a clean undercarriage, healthy brakes, and no leaks. I told him to buy it before the seller came to his senses. The honest trade-offs: it drinks premium fuel and gets maybe 18 miles per gallon combined. The back seat and cargo area are tight because the styling ate the practicality, and the infotainment is dated. Inspection tips: listen for any rattle on cold start that could point to a timing chain tensioner on high mileage examples, and check the brakes, which these go through. But the engine and transmission combo is genuinely bulletproof, and the depreciation is, frankly, insulting to how good the thing is. If you want bulletproof with actual presence and you don't haul much, this is your move. Number 5, Lexus NX 200T NX 300. Halfway down, and now we start saying the magic word, Lexus. The NX is the compact one, the entry point into the brand's reliability cult, and it's a fantastic first luxury SUV that doesn't punish you for buying it. The NX 200T, later renamed NX 300 when Lexus got tired of confusing people, runs a 2-liter turbocharged 4-cylinder, the 8AR FTS. Now, normally I get nervous about turbos in a bulletproof conversation. This is the exception. Toyota engineered this engine with a trick. It can run on the more efficient Atkinson cycle at cruise and switch to the standard auto cycle when you ask for power. It's overbuilt, it's been trouble-free in the field, and it's paired with a conventional 6-speed automatic, no CVT, no dual clutch. That's a Lexus telling you they cared more about the next 150,000 miles than a spec sheet bragging right. A young couple came into my shop, first kid on the way, terrified of buying a money pit. I sent them after a 2018 NX 300 with 55,000 miles for around $24,000. 2 years later, total repair spend, 0. Oil changes in one set of wiper blades. The wife told me it still feels new. Compared to a same-year RDX or Q5, the NX holds its value better and costs less to keep, which is a rare combination. Inspection checklist. Confirm the recommended synthetic oil change history because turbos are unforgiving of skipped intervals. Test every function on the touchpad infotainment, which is clunky but should work. And make sure all the driver assist tech wakes up since Lexus safety system came standard on many of these. Who skips it? If you need 3 rows or big cargo space, look up the list. Everyone else, this is a no-brainer entry into Lexus ownership. That brings us to the top 4, and this is where the engines stop being good and start being legendary. Number 4, Acura RDX, 2013 through 2018. Number 4 comes with a warning label, buy the right years. The Acura RDX from 2013 through 2018 is one of the most underrated, reliable luxury crossovers ever built. And the reason is simple. It has the engine. These use the J35, Honda's 3.5-liter V6, an engine so proven it's almost boring to talk about. Honda and Acura have used the J-Series for over 25 years across the Pilot, the Odyssey, the Ridgeline, the TLX. Properly maintained, these routinely sail past 200,000 miles. In this generation RDX, it's mated to a traditional 6-speed automatic. No turbo, no CVT, no drama. That's the bulletproof recipe. Why the year warning? Because the next RDX, the 2019 redesign, switched to a turbocharged 2.0-liter 4-cylinder that had early run complaints about oil dilution and carbon buildup. So for this list, for bulletproof, you want the 2013 to 2018 V6. One nuance even on these, the J35 with variable cylinder management can develop some oil consumption as it ages because the cylinder deactivation system can pull a little oil past the rings. It's manageable, you check your oil, you keep it topped, and plenty of owners install a simple device to keep all 6 cylinders firing. Not a deal breaker, just knowledge. I had a nurse buy a 2016 RDX on my recommendation, 70,000 miles, $18,500. She does brutal highway miles for work. She's passed 140,000 miles now on nothing but oil, brakes, and tires. RepairPal pegs the MDX's bigger brother at around $571 a year to maintain against a luxury midsize average over $800, and the RDX is in the same friendly territory. Inspection tips. Check the oil level and condition first thing. Look for any shutter around 30 to 45 miles per hour that points to a tired torque converter, and confirm the timing belt service history since this is a belt engine, not a chain. Smooth, sensible, and cheap to keep. A genuinely smart buy. Number 3, Acura MDX. Number 3 is the same brilliant engine, but now wrapped in a 3-row body that families overlook because it doesn't shout. The Acura MDX is the thinking person's luxury family hauler. The same J35 V6, the same Honda DNA, with seating for 7 and a price that embarrasses the Germans. Let me tell you about the argument I almost had. A guy comes in dead set on a used BMW X5, budget $24,000. I asked if he'd driven an MDX. He scoffed, saying, "That's just a fancy Pilot." I told him yes, and that's the point. It shares its platform with the Honda Pilot, which means it shares the Pilot's legendary durability, and it costs a fraction of what an X5 will cost you the first time the cooling system or the air suspension lets go. He bought a 2017 MDX with 68,000 miles for $22,800. He texts me parts prices now whenever a friend's BMW breaks. He's a convert. Same J35 caveats apply. Get the V6, watch the variable cylinder, management oil consumption as miles climb, and check your oil regularly. There's also been some regulatory attention on connecting rod bearings in a slice of Honda V6s from 2016 to 2020, so run the VIN for any open recall or campaign before you sign. A clean VIN check takes 2 minutes and saves you a fortune. Beyond that, this is a Honda in a tuxedo. The math is ruthless. A loaded 2017 to 2018 MDX with the tech package runs roughly $20,000 to $24,000 used. The repair probability on a major issue sits around 8% against an 11% luxury midsize average. Inspection checklist. Confirm oil consumption isn't excessive on a high miler. Test the second row captain's chairs and power third row, and check for any transmission shutter on light acceleration. Who's it for? Any family that wants real Lexus tier reliability with a bit more driving personality and a third row. Who skips it? If badge status is the priority over engineering, you won't get it, but you'll be the one whose car still runs at 200,000 miles. We're down to two, and these are the ones I put my own money behind. Number 2, Lexus GX 460. Number 2 isn't a crossover, it's a tank wearing a tuxedo, and it might outlive you. The Lexus GX 460 is a body-on-frame luxury SUV that shares its bones with the Toyota 4Runner and the Land Cruiser Prado, which means it was built to cross continents, not just commute. The heart of it is the one URFE, a 4.6-liter V8 making 301 horsepower. I want you to understand how stout this engine is. The same 4.6-liter family lives in Toyota Tundras and Sequoias, and there are documented examples approaching 1 million miles. It's chain-driven, naturally aspirated, paired with a proven 6-speed automatic and full-time 4-wheel drive with a locking center differential. There's almost nothing on this truck designed to fail you. A mother-in-law shopping trip turned me into an even bigger believer. A customer wanted something for his wife's mom out in a small town, an hour from the nearest good mechanic. She needed something that would simply never strand her. I told him, GX 460, buy a clean 2016 or 2017, the 5 out of 5 reliability rated years with under 100,000 miles. He found a 2016 with 82,000 for $24,500. That was 18 months ago. The only thing it's needed is oil and one set of tires. The honest stuff, it gets about 14 to 17 miles per gallon. This is a V8 truck and it drinks like one. It is not sporty, it is planted. On the early from 2010 to 2013 models, watch for the secondary air injection system fault that throws a check engine light. And across the range, keep an eye out for water pump weeping around 70,000 miles and a little oil seepage at the timing cover. None of that is catastrophic, it's maintenance. Inspection. Checklist. Scan for stored codes pointing at that air injection system. Check the adaptive suspension for leaks if it's so equipped. Run all the 4-wheel drive modes and look for even tire wear. This is the SUV you buy once and drive for 15 years. It holds its value better than almost anything because the people who own them refuse to sell them. If this kind of straight talk is useful to you, hit subscribe. I have got more videos breaking down the vehicles dealers push versus the ones that actually make sense. Number 1, Lexus RX 350. And number 1, the SUV I've personally owned twice, recommended more than any other, and will probably buy again. The Lexus RX 350 is the most bulletproof luxury SUV you can buy for under $25,000, full stop, and the market still hasn't punished it the way it should, which is exactly why you should pounce. Here's the engineering that makes me say that. The RX 350 runs the 2GR V6, the 2GR FE, and the 2010 to 2015 models, the updated 2GR FKS from 2016 on. This is, in my professional opinion, one of the most reliable 6-cylinder engines ever mass-produced. It's the same engine family that powers the Toyota Highlander and the Camry. Chain-driven, naturally aspirated, no turbo to fail, bolted to a torque converter automatic that Toyota refined over more than a decade. I have personally seen these engines cross 300,000 miles on nothing but fluids and the occasional water pump. Not, I heard about one, I've had them on my lift. And here's why the RX specifically. It doesn't just have the best engine on this list, it has the best resale data in its entire class. Independent analysis pegs the RX 350 at retaining around 67% of its value over 5 years, number 1 among luxury midsize SUVs. That tells you something profound. A car only holds value like that when the people who own them know something the badge chasers don't. Let me tell you about my own. I bought my first RX 350 with 90,000 miles for $19,000. I drove it to 210,000 miles and sold it for $9,000. Do the math on that. The most expensive single repair across that entire span was a water pump. I bought another one a week later. That's not loyalty, that's just arithmetic. Pricing today, a clean 2016 to 2017 RX 350 with reasonable miles lands right around $23,000 to $25,000, and a well-kept 2014 to 2015 comes in lower. Compare that to what a comparable age German luxury crossover will cost you not to buy, but to keep, and it's not close. Inspection. Checklist. On 2010 to 2015 models, check for the dashboard cracking issue. Toyota addressed in hot climates. Confirm the timing. Chain-driven V6 has clean oil history. Test the infotainment and the power liftgate. And my pro tip, find one previously owned by an older couple who garaged it and did every service on time. An empty nester RX with 60,000 miles is basically a brand new car wearing a small discount. Who should skip it? If you need 3 rows, the RX is 2-row only in these years, so go GX or MDX. If you want sport, look elsewhere. The RX is serene, not exciting. But if you want the single lowest stress, lowest cost, longest lasting luxury SUV your $25,000 can buy, I would put another RX 350 in my own driveway tomorrow and not think about it again. So there it is, 8 bulletproof luxury SUVs the market forgot, but mechanics never did. The roomy Buick Enclave and its fixed V6, the plush Lincoln MKX with that simple 3.7, the forgotten Infiniti QX70 and its 370Z heart, the trouble-free Lexus NX, the Honda tough Acura RDX and MDX, the continent-crushing Lexus GX 460, and the king of them all, the Lexus RX 350. Every one of these is sitting on a lot right now, marked down, ignored, because somebody decided the badge wasn't flashy enough. Next time a salesman tries to steer you toward a 3-year-old German lease return, you'll know exactly what's parked 20 feet away and why it's the smarter buy. If you want to see which luxury SUVs to avoid, the ones that look like deals and turn into money pits, I made a whole video on that, and it's right here. That's 22 years of watching cars come and go. Like, if this helped, subscribe for more. Truth the dealerships won't tell you. And remember, take care of your car, and it'll take care of you. I'll see you in the next one.